So my name is Najit Kaur. I am a mother of 3 and I work for STEM Learning.
My name is Darshan Kaur. I'm a mother of 2 and I'm a pharmacist.
My name is Inderpreet Kaur and I'm a master's student studying clinical biochemistry and immunology.
And together we're going to share this video series with you about the power of Kesh. So we're going to start right at the beginning and look at the miracle of birth. So when a child is born, we all look at the child, and I'm a mother, you're an aunt, and we always say how beautiful the child is. We don't question anything about the child, so we don't talk about anything about their features, really, do we?
Yeah, we embrace like all the differences that they have because they're unique.
We don't try to make any kind of comments about this child that's just been born, about them being maybe too small or too tall or having a funny nose. We genuinely smile and we're grateful and we just look at the miracle of life. That's the kind of thing we do.
So to us we say like, oh, they've got perfect eyes, perfect nose, perfect smile, everything's just so perfect and so amazing to us.
And it's interesting when the child starts developing and the child becomes a toddler, and then we start changing. So something starts happening there where we look at the child and we decide that the child's hair is a bit long now. Yeah. And we decide that, but we don't actually talk to the child. So some parents might decide actually the hair needs to be put up in a ponytail. You know, we have that, and some parents might say that. But interesting, some children go to the barbers or they start being modelled in a certain way.
But they don't actually understand like why that's happening. It's like all of a sudden now they've got to go get the haircut or now they've got to tie it a certain way. So it kind of makes the child confused because there's no dialogue happening between the parent and the child.
They haven't been told of why the case is there and why is it being cut. So they're starting to think that something's wrong with them because now all of a sudden they're getting changed and modified.
Yeah, you're changing, you're modifying this child now. So you're taking them to the barbers and you're doing a trim. And in your mind, you're thinking it's because the hair is too long now, it's getting into my child's face. That's what you've decided as a parent, possibly as a mum or the dad. But that child doesn't know anything. The child doesn't know any better. But we're already, interestingly, at that really early age, we're beginning to tell that child that they need to be changed, that they are no longer perfect the way they were, that we need to modify them a little bit, Hannah. So it's at this point we need to, I think as a community and as aunts, we all kind of need to look at that role that we play. So we've got to own that, and we've got to say, actually, we've got to let the child know what they're doing, what's happening. So if you did decide to, cut their gears, explain to the child so the child knows what's going on, why you're cutting their gears. But even before that, I think it's important to let them know that they are beautiful, they are perfect, and the gaze is not a negative, because I think that's something that we don't do. We never refer to that. Well, maybe we do. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think we do. I just think like the child doesn't understand themselves, and then if they go to school and they see other people, other children who haven't had their hairs cut, or they don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to them.
They don't. So this journey then carries on. So when they're a toddler, we start modifying them. So at 5 and 6 and 7 now, we're doing a lot of different things. But what we've got to remember is we are projecting some ideology on this child. So where we are styling their hair, because a 6-year-old doesn't know how to style their hair. Where we are doing that really. And so some of it might be societal.
I think some of it is that they see other children and they want to look like them. So they want their hair like up in a ponytail because they've seen it and they maybe watched it on TV and then they want to copy that.
And it's media. I think media, TV and media, and if you look at the magazines, even the Toys R Us magazines and those kind of Smith's toys, you'll see children look a certain way. And so these children are getting this message that they've got to be looking a certain way because that child in that photo looks really happy. So maybe now if I cut my hair and look like that, I'll be happy too. So we've got to realize what's going on, that society does play a role and we play a role. So sometimes I think, when we see a child that's hair's looking wild, we need to just maybe take a step back and just let them know it's beautiful. beautiful hair. You got lovely hair. And instead of saying, do you want to put your hair in a bun or something like that? But I mean, obviously that's what we ideally want to encourage, but they are beautiful. And unshorn hair, uncut hair is beautiful. And, you know, if they're going to cut it, they need to know why they're cutting it, I think, more than anything else.
And I think also, like, when they are at schools and see other kids who might have, like, hair in a certain way, might be messy or whatever, and they should also say, oh, I like your hair today, or your hair looks lovely.
Yeah.
So just make them feel like it's acceptable.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it being that certain way.
And it's good to accept the differences.
Yeah.
I think we've got to
acknowledge that.
Yeah, they need to acknowledge that everybody is different. We're not designed to be the same. Just like when we were born, we were perfect. When we're 8 years old, we're still perfect. It might be slightly in different shape, to different shade of skin. That doesn't matter. We're all perfect regardless. And I think what we need to do is then look at and really understand why we've got hair.
Yeah.
What is the function of hair? Because if we can do that, then at an early age, we can tell the children, oh, look, you've got different hair and it's got a different purpose behind it.
I think that comes, like, having that power of knowledge. You start to respect your hair. You start to develop that relationship with your hair. Because if you're not talking about that with the child, then how are they supposed to have that relationship with their hair? And if they don't, then you're more likely to cut your hair or, like, dishonor it, or, you know, do all sorts of things to your hair because you don't have that understanding that I'll have this hair and this is the reason why I have it.
And I think bullying is a reason as well that we get in school.
Yeah.
If you don't know why you've got your hair a certain way, bullying happens for different reasons. It can happen to somebody who has shorn hair, you know, short hair, long hair, somebody who has the hair tied up in braids, somebody who has it loose. Bullying happens, but what they need to do is be empowered by what is the purpose of hair. When they know, they can be a little bit more comfortable in their skin.
Yeah.